What happens when your ex realizes you're not going to beg them after the breakup? You're not going to chase them. You're not going to stalk them. Maybe you're even moving on. Well, stay tuned and you'll find out. Hi, this is Lucia with The Art of Love. I'm a dating and relationship expert specializing in helping you get your ex back or to get over your ex. And welcome back, my beautiful no-contact army. Have you been a good little soldier? If you have, then you've downloaded my app Silencio to help you stay in no contact. And the link to that is underneath every single video and podcast. And if you would like to join our no contact army and read the manual, just go to nocontactsecrets.com where you can read 2 free chapters before you purchase the book. So before I start, I want to mention something that's been on my mind for a while. 65% of people who listen to me are not subscribed. Yeah, I'm shocked. So if I could ask you a favor, and that is, if my videos have ever helped you in any way and you want to give something back, please hit the subscribe button. And I promise that I will continue to work hard to put out interesting and helpful videos so that you will have a better chance of getting your ex back. Thank you. Okay, so when you go into no contact after being dumped and you leave your ex alone, you give them the gift of experiencing the real breakup. They know it's not a fake breakup in the sense that you're going to be chasing them. So they got what they wanted and you're totally gone. You're totally out of there. You're not bugging them. You're not pleading with them. You're not texting them late at night. You're not asking to be friends. You're not asking for closure. You're not texting them with the excuse of asking, oh, what was the name of that restaurant we went to that one time? You're not showing up where you know they'll be. You're not giving them googly eyes or sad puppy dog eyes if you work with them or go to school with them. You're not asking them to reconsider for the sake of the kids. You are doing absolutely nothing. And when you do these things, the breakup becomes real fast. And I know you're going to be asking, yes, but they wanted the breakup. Well, as I talked about in my first video, actually, about getting an ex back, titled How to Easily Get Your Ex Back, and I'll put the link in the upper right-hand corner on YouTube, people are rarely 100% certain about a breakup. They're at least 51% certain, otherwise they wouldn't have broken up with you. But there's still a part of them that's uncertain. So even if it's 49% of them is uncertain, or if they were 70% certain about the breakup, there's still that 30% part that isn't certain. See? So by not doing all of those things that I just mentioned, you're going to play on that 30% or that 49% or whatever it is. Plus, most dumpers have the arrogance of thinking that since they're the one doing the breaking up and you're not the one to initiate it, you'll be more than happy to take them back if they change their mind. But let's disabuse them of that notion, shall we? They made their bed and now they have to lay in it because you are not chasing them. By leaving them alone and disappearing, you show them that if they want you back, they are going to have to reach out and make it happen because you sure as hell are not going to be the one to do that. This is why you have to stay in no contact, because otherwise, if you give them any type of spoken or unspoken message that you want them back, they will be waiting on you to make another move. If they change their mind, they'll be thinking, yeah, they don't want the breakup. They begged and pleaded, so I'll just wait for them to hit me up again and then I'll mention possibly getting back together. But see, by doing absolutely nothing, you're making it very clear that if they want you back, it's up to them to make it happen. You're not doing anything. And their interest level in you will start to go up because they thought that they were the prize and they could do better than you. That's why they broke up. I know it's hard to hear, but that's the reason why most breakups happen. People lose attraction and their interest level goes down. But now, by being mysterious and leaving them alone and not chasing them, as their interest level goes up, so does their attraction level. You'll start to become more attractive just by doing nothing. See, you don't have to do anything. And people find it so hard to believe. It's like, how do you get your ex back? Just do nothing. What? So if you didn't stop your life and then if you accepted the breakup, if you didn't stop your life and try to get them back, you're obviously not as low value as they thought you were. You obviously must have confidence and feel that you have other options since you're leaving them alone. You must be more valuable than they thought you were. This is one of the main reasons why chasing an ex after a breakup is so bad. You're basically saying, I can't do better than you. I don't have a lot of options. Because if you did have options and if you could do better than them, you probably would not be chasing them. So, who wants to be with someone who doesn't have options, right? Nobody. It's unattractive. And even if someone does come back because you begged them, it will usually be because of guilt, and it will be short-lived. Once they remember the reason or reasons for breaking up with you, they will leave again. That's why people have to decide on their own that they made a mistake and want to come back, not because you begged them to come back. So please have some dignity, because otherwise there's a good chance you will get the pet cemetery version of them, as I mentioned in another video whose title always escapes me. Now, you're probably thinking, well, if I just give them the breakup and disappear, won't that make it easier for them to move on and find someone else? No. As I've said many times, when it comes to matters of the heart, logic does not apply. People do not date logically. Well, except for me. Haha. They date with their emotions, and emotions do not have an IQ. So when you do the opposite of what they expected, not only are they curious as to what the heck is going on, as I talked about in my video last week titled Exactly What Your Ex is Feeling When You Disappear and Do No Contact, and I'll put the link in the upper right-hand corner, you've also hurt their ego. They were at least expecting a bit of resistance from you. And when they get little or none, they're going to wonder why. At the very least, they're going to try to get an ego stroke from you. And this is when they start trying to get you to break no contact. And of course, I have a video on that, and I'll put the link in the upper right-hand corner. So they couldn't predict your next move because you're not making any moves. So they're going to try to get you to show that you're at least somewhat interested. But of course, you're listening to me, so you won't be doing anything until they send you a significant message. And the beautiful thing about this is that since they're so focused on you, they're going to be less focused on moving on or dating other people. See how that works? They're going to be wondering, like, what the heck is going on? So they're not going to be as interested in moving on because they're going to be focused on you. Otherwise, you've actually made it easier for them to move on if you stay in touch or try to get them back, because they know that as they're out there meeting new people, if they can't find a replacement, well, at least they got you as the backup plan. And this is one of the many reasons that we don't respond to breadcrumbs. And finally, I want to say that the great thing about no contact is that it turns the table on the dumper and gives back strength and confidence to the dumpee. You actually hold the power when you do no contact. You have the power to not give them any attention and let them sit there with their thoughts about whether dumping you was the right thing to do or not. Do not give up that power. Stay in no contact. Okay? So now I want to hear from you. How long have you been in no contact and how is it going? And if you would like my help to get your ex back, you can contact me at theartoflove.net and we will send you the rates. They are not on the website, and the direct link to that is underneath every single video and podcast. And I am available 7 days a week, 16 hours a day to help you with getting your ex back. So don't worry about the time difference or anything. I am here for you. And if you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. If you're listening to this as a podcast, please rate and review. And finally, remember, love inspires, empowers, uplifts, and enlightens.